it's me, Anne, and I'm coming back to you with another video. Don't mind me and all this moving around that I'm doing. I couldn't do all of this today, okay? If you're new here, my name is Anne. Go ahead and click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I upload a video if you want. Okay, now that we got this out the way, we gotta talk. Do y'all see this? Let's get all up in there. Y'all see this, right? Okay. I just came from getting my makeup done at Sephora. So I recorded this story time at least twice, but one time I lost the freaking memory card, and the other time the audio wasn't working because of my damn mic. But today's the day. Now, so looking at me like this, I just look kind of like smoothed over and stuff like that, and that's because the camera that I'm using has a built-in kind of skin smoother situation. So yeah, but when I come up close, that's when you start to see all the foolery, okay? And I'm gonna insert some pictures, okay, so that you can see what this makeup actually looks like without the assist from my camera, okay? So let's start from the beginning on how we got here. So a few months ago, I went to Sephora on a day that I was having a very, very bad day. I had my hair tied, okay? I had on some leggings, a hoodie that was pretty fitted, and then I put a hooded sweatshirt, sorry, and I put the hood over my head because I came outside with my head tie on, which I'm really not supposed to do, but I did anyway. But again, I was having a very bad day. Now at this point, I had went to Sephora because we all know retail therapy helps you when you're going through something. And we're gonna have a whole video about that. And so I go into the Sephora, and this is a Sephora in Brooklyn in Gateway Mall. In the JCPenney, and I go in there and I'm like looking for the Bobbi Brown foundation. At this point, a lot of the influencers had been making videos about it, so I decided, you know what, let me go get it. So I go in there and I start to look around for the Bobbi Brown section. I wasn't finding it, and I really needed my little gratification of buying something. So I just asked the person who had the Sephora uniform on but had like on a red vest that also said security. Okay, so I asked her and she was like, oh, you know, today is really my first day. I don't know where anything is. So I was like, okay, it's no problem. I completely understand. Congratulations. So I then proceed to walk around the store, and eventually I just put two and two together that the Bobbi Brown collection is not in this particular Sephora. And then I continue to look around. I'm like, okay, cool. I also need some eyebrow products, this, that, and the other. While I'm looking around shopping, this woman who told me it's her first day, she doesn't know anything, is helping another person. Oh, I forgot to tell you that the security person was Caucasian, and I was like, okay, whatever. I am dressed like a little bit of a hoodlum, but again, I only have on my leggings, a hoodie, a hooded sweatshirt. I have my phone in my hand and my car keys, okay? Because Sephora accepts Apple Pay, so I didn't walk with my whole entire wallet. All right, so I continue to browse around, and I get to the benefits section, and I'm like, okay, you know what, I need some more brow products. Let me look. So I start looking, and I see they had this particular kind of set, and that it was like a value set. So I'm looking, and there happens to be a Sephora employee on the ground to my left. And so I asked her, I was like, hey, do you have any more of these sets, whatever. And she's like, no. So I continue to look, kind of like, okay, maybe I'll just get an eyebrow pencil. The security lady walks up to the section, and she's like, oh, do you need any help? And I'm like, girl, didn't you tell me that today was your first day when I asked you a question and that you couldn't help me or whatever? But then she looks and she sees the Sephora employee on the floor, and she was like, oh, okay, gotcha. At this point, I realized that old girl is following me around the store. So I go in another section, and I just finally said to myself, you know what, there are too many things that this place does not have. Let me just go to a Sephora in the city, which is not too far from my job, and then I'll get everything that I need. Like, today is a wasted trip anyway. So as I'm leaving, I get to the front door, and the security guard was like, you know what, have a nice day. So I turned to him, I was like, you as well. And old girl comes beaming out the store, having alerted whoever it is she alerted, and basically it's like, miss, stop, hold on. And then I turn around and she looks at me and she was like, oh, I'm like, what happened? She's like, oh, I just wanted to see if you needed help. At this point, the freaking security guard who works there, you know, let me know that no, she basically had alerted saying that you were shoplifting. So I'm tight. I'm upset because I was already upset when I began my day. I went back in the store and I asked her a question. I was like, what did you think I needed help with? Loss prevention? And she's like stuttering and stammering, and I'm just like, I want to speak to your manager. Oh, the manager's not here, and you know how that story goes. So I'm like, you know what, it's fine, I will take it up with corporate. So when I get home that day, I put out these tweets, okay? I'm gonna leave them up on the screen. You can pause the video if you want because I don't have the tweets right now and I just don't feel like going to go get my phone to do this. I'm doing this video on the fly. So I send out these tweets. Sephora tells me to send an email to detail exactly what it is that happened. So I did, and I never got any response. Now, fast forward, okay, to a few months where I had to go to that whole Gateway Center, and I wanted to get something in Sephora, but I refused to go in that store because of the experience that I had before. And so I hit Sephora up again, then again, and again, okay, and finally, someone from the Gateway Center Mall location or whatever sends me an email, and she's totally apologized, and she's like, oh, you know what, I'll give you a complimentary makeover and a goodie bag. I'm so sorry, these people no longer work here. Mind you, I've never had somebody else do my makeup, and I'm not pressed to have someone do my makeup because I've been a VIB member. I think this is about to be the 3rd year in a row, and every time you qualify for VIB at Sephora, you're eligible for a free makeover, and every time you spend $50 or more, you again are eligible for a free makeover. And I've never ever taken advantage of it, but because of how she wrote the email or whatever, she reached out to me. I was like, you know what, let me just put this to rest so that I can feel more comfortable and know that something was done about it, because I was very pissed because I felt like I was profiled in more ways than one, and it's just, in this whole social climate, it's not cool and it's not gonna fly with me. So fast forward to today, which is my makeup appointment. So I get there, I was 5 minutes late. So I get in there and I ask and I say that I'm Anne, I have a 2 p.m. appointment, and then the man there, who is the senior artist, and he's like, oh, okay, just give me a second, because he was ringing people up. So the woman that originally greeted me was like, you know what, just sit down, I'll prep your skin for you. And then he comes over and he's like, okay, what kind of look are you going for? Are you going anywhere special? I was like, you know what, I wasn't, but I might go to the Powerhouse concert. And he's like, okay, are you looking for full coverage, medium coverage? So I tell him, I was like, well, actually, I wear the NARS foundation in this shade because it really matches me or whatever. He goes and he gets the brow products from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I asked him what color it was, and he said it was chocolate. So he was like, what do you usually use? I said, oh, I usually use Benefit, and it's in the color 4.5 or 4, I think it's 4.5. And he was like, oh, yeah, so it's the same thing. He proceeds to do this. I need y'all to see this. He proceeds to do this to my eyebrows. Like, you see how there's hair here? Okay, so he draws, this is all my eyebrow hair that I'm pulling up here. So he draws me a thinner eyebrow than I actually have, okay? In a color that is not it. I just wanted to comb my eyebrows out so that you can see this catastrophe, okay? Okay, I'm gonna zoom back on now. I'm gonna keep the picture of the natural light here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So I'm like, you know what, maybe he's gonna fix it after he conceals it. He's like, yeah, you know, I have to sculpt it and it's gonna be perfectly fine when I'm done. He proceeds to do my foundation. Now again, I have a skin smoother on this camera, so that's why I probably do not look crazy, but again, this is the picture. He probably used like 6 pumps of foundation, and he's putting the foundation on a dry ass beauty blender and continues to spot. So like, that's why right here, you can see it in this picture, I have like a spot because he was literally putting a dry beauty blender and trying to spread the product out. And I'm just like, why is your beauty blender dry? That's why you're using so many pumps, because the freaking sponge is absorbing the freaking foundation. And like this whole side of my face right here didn't have foundation. And I have to point out spot, like, oh, it's missing a spot here. It's missing foundation here. It's missing foundation there. And I'm just looking at him like, you're the senior certified, whatever, whatever. Cool. So then he's like, what kind of concealer do you use? I'm like, well, I usually use NARS in the tube. And it's usually in the color caramel or whatever, whatever. He goes to get it. Now this is where I'm like, something is definitely wrong. He takes the tube itself and starts to put it on my face, the tester. And I'm just looking at him, I'm like, so why aren't you using the thing? And he's like, no, 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 it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And he blends out this concealer again with this dry ass beauty blender, okay? This dry ass beauty blender. And I'm like, huh. He does all of this. He goes to get the mascara, and again, he takes the tester and starts putting it on my eyes. I'm like, isn't there a special wand for that? Because like, hello, germs. He's like, oh no, don't worry about it. And then, after he does all this, he's like, you know, he gets the spray and oh my God, you look so beautiful, whatever, whatever. And I'm just like, he was so nice. This is so hard to say, but there's no way in hell that you can be a professional makeup artist. Like, so then he's like, oh, okay, let me get the goodie bag that, you know, the manager promised you for all your troubles, and I'm so sorry about your past experience, okay? So in the goodie bag, I have this tote that says put some lip gloss on it, JCPenney, inside Sephora. I have another one, it says the same damn thing, okay? Ooh, child. And then I have 3 of these things, which are samples of foundation Bare Minimals, Urban Decay Naked, and another Bare Minerals. Okay, so 2 Bare Minimals, Bare Pro, and 2, okay? And that is it. But here's the best part of this whole thing, okay? It came in this big ass bag. I just want to know, what part of this experience makes up for my original experience? Like, I look crazy right now. There's no way in hell. Like, I have to zoom in to these eyebrows. There is no way in hell. Like, that is not the color. There is no way in hell that I'm going to go out looking like this. So that means that I'm going to have to take all of this off and redo my makeup, or just not go anywhere. So yeah, Sephora, you've definitely tried it. You gotta get better employees. Your employees have poor customer service. They have no idea what they're doing with makeup. And then some of them are racist and profiling people. Like, Sephora and Gateway, get it together. This is not, no, I'm not dealing with it. So sorry for the long video, guys. I just had to get it out. Please let me know what you think about this whole situation down in the comment box, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.